There's no way around them.
Then we go through them. Slam them off the road.
Oh! Welcome to Fast and Furious Crossroads. So big thank you to Bandai Namco Entertainment America and Universal Studios Licensing for sponsoring the video. The game is out now. Click the link in the video description to check out more about it. But Fast and Furious Crossroads, it's like a cinematic experience that expands on the existing Fast and Furious universe that has been set within the movies, and there are a number of movies. You're gonna be traveling across the world to places like Athens, Barcelona, and Morocco with the usual suspects like Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, and Tyrese Gibson reprising their roles as Dom, Letty, and Roman. And there's even a few new characters that you'll be introduced to as well. And you're gonna be driving a bunch of crazy vehicles, all of which, and this is the part that I really enjoy, have their own mechanics and kind of special abilities. And furthermore, you're gonna be able to switch back and forth between the different crew members and their vehicles in real time. But remember, in Fast and Furious, they're not just crew members, they're your family. There's also multiplayer. That's a basic free-for-all, a Mexican standoff between the cops, the villains, and the heroes. But let's get right back into the action, and I'm gonna show you some of my favorite bits of the game that I've experienced so far. So what I'm doing right now is trying to intercept a convoy that just broke out of a military base. What did they steal? Well, guess what, guys? We're gonna find out. So right now I'm just wrecking everybody, but I love that when you take down an enemy vehicle, yeah, look at that thing. That thing is wild.
No way. Look at that thing. That can't be true.
I love how I said, look at that thing, and she's like, yo, look at that thing. I'm like, bro, she's in my brain right now. So I'm gonna have to destroy it, but it looks like a tracked vehicle with like some miniguns on it. And he's got plenty of escorts. Letty's got some kind of like a harpoon thing. So while they have like guns on their vehicle, oh, and apparently flamethrowers, I can use my melee abilities to just like wreck the other vehicle. One of the other cool mechanics is you get a switch between vehicles, and that will then allow you to use different abilities. Right now I'm gonna use my harpoon and pull off these gas canisters to, I guess, take away the fuel for this flamethrower that is trying to roast and toast me. Now, I'm gonna show you one of the vehicles in a moment that is my absolute favorite in this series. It is hilarious. Oh, that's the guy. That is the guy. All right, so let's try to be good old Vinny here. And look at that, I just turned myself into like a Roman-style chariot in a Colosseum with some blades on the side. Then all I gotta do is drive straight up to this tank and just, I don't know. It's like we're, instead of popping tires, I'm trying to destroy tank treads, which is interesting, needless to say. Then an escort runs straight up on me, wreck them. Look at this guy. And boom! Okay, let's get back up here. The health of the boss is relatively low, but I'm getting chewed up by this minigun. Oh man, I am getting ripped up. Of course they get more soldiers, man. Where are the goons coming from? Take down. Okay, he's got like a little submachine gun. I got blades, son. This is like, I wonder if this thing actually exists. I love destroying the escorts because if you get a really good kill, it slow-mos and then you get to watch it. Like as they'll like tip and tumble over each other. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, we almost got a sandwich. All right, he's really low. Should be able to do it right here pretty soon. And this is another thing. The AI will actually do really good. They'll, like, you know how you'll play some games and the AI just kind of sits there and they're for show? The AI actually destroys people in this game. Look at this thing, man. But who is it? So another thing to keep in mind is like, this is a cinematic experience. Like a lot of times there's relatively long cutscenes. It's almost like, it's like a movie in a way where you get to control the narrative in between these chunks where you get to see handsome bald man with the raspy voice. My name's Dom.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, not clearly very well.
Tell us about the attack.
Tactical will protect me.
Yeah, so you guys are probably wondering, hey, what's the tactical? Well, let Dom tell you. So we're all of us, the original highway robbers.
The original highway.
It's like land pirates, clearly not nearly as well known. I mean, do you ever notice in these games, and honestly in movies, is like the dudes who shouldn't be saying that are always saying that to people like with guns or weapons or while they're like chained up and they clearly can't act on that. It's like these idle threats. It's I never understand. Well, guys, we're not going to Barcelona.
They want to play with fire?
Let's turn up the heat. You gotta love the little one-liners. I guess that was technically a two-liner. But welcome to Fast and Furious Crossroads. We're actually not going to Barcelona. I'm gonna take you on a little joyride in Morocco, but first, let me show you one of my favorite vehicles. It seems a little silly at first, but it's actually a really cool mechanic. I mean, if you think about it, you even have a vehicle with, you guessed it, a router on the top, which allows me to hack into the enemy police cars and basically render them ineffective at capturing me. So, I mean, it's like a basic crafting recipe in a video game, right? You're like, oh, well, like for example, this guy here, car plus router equals evasion from the police. And I love it. I love it. I really do. And hacked. See you later, copper. You're never gonna take me alive because I have a router on the top of my, it's a pretty sweet car too, by the way. That's, once again, being able to try out all these different vehicles is definitely one of the highlights of the game. Oh! I'll get back to you guys. I gotta go back to driving school. You see those military choppers? Yeah, we're entering a very well-guarded compound. And welcome to, I guess it doesn't really look like it because you're quite distracted by all this fancy security, but welcome to beautiful, sunny Morocco. So I've got this little suspicion meter, and it's probably because they don't really want you doing things like this. H2O technology. I think it's H20.
شكون انتي؟ انتي ماشي لك تجيب سلعة دايما.
Hecky. I think my cover's blown and I can't make it back the way I came. What? I'm gonna circle around the perimeter and try to get you out that way. Cam, they know we're here. Get out of there now.
Already on it.
Oh, shoot. Needless to say, this van is not a very good getaway vehicle. But I think I should still be able to do it.
Hell yeah.
But the problem here is Cam's gotta get out. But this is honestly where the fun begins. So welcome to beautiful Morocco. Place of beautiful sand dunes. You know, I don't know. Just like a ton of dudes with guns and armored vehicles trying to destroy me. So I've got 3 enemies in front of me. Rockets are firing out of, I don't know. Probably the helicopters is what I would imagine. But the fun part is ramps. So, see, that's what I'm talking about. The takedown cams, baby. Woo! A little double tap, please. I have to say though, like when you see a map that's cool like this, and you're like, man, the bad guys have a base that's like environmentally friendly and sustainable energy, and they've got like attack choppers and a bunch of dudes with guns. You're like, who here also kind of like being like, man, in these like, it kind of makes you want to be the bad guys at times, but I guess you don't get to do these epic getaways. So yeah, giant rock arch, I guess is gonna collapse on us. Play soccer with some rocks if you want. Did you see that car wreck? There's another one. Where do they come from? Woo! You gotta escape the rock side. It's like an avalanche of snow, but with giant boulders. Now, which one's more dangerous? I don't know. Dude, I kind of wish there were some of those guys had survived and were chasing me. Instead, they all got wrecked by the avalanche. Because right there, being able to fly up there, look behind you and see the noobs who weren't able to catch you. Oh, shoot! Look forwards when you're driving, I guess, is a nice driver's ed by Baron.
See you. Oh my, Cameron, punch it. If you're you.
And we did it. We escaped. Beautiful, beautiful Morocco.
There's nothing here.
Or is there? So, what we're about to be doing, well, let's just say one of my favorite things is the crazy vehicles that you'll end up finding yourself fighting and battling. All these guys like seem to have this in order, right? They're like surrounded it with their, you know, automatic weapons, multiple amazing looking cars, tons of dudes with body armor and guns. But what's that sound, guys? What giant vehicle? Oh, you've probably seen the title. Do you think we're gonna be fighting now?
Get back!
Choo choo! All right, yeah, we're gonna be battling a train. The train has some pretty impressive weapons. And remember that we can like easily switch between any of the crew members that we want. But this is where you're gonna get to see my AI guys in action. Oh, that was pretty cool. Uh-oh, I'm about to run into that, I'm pretty sure. So what we have to do is pull off the giant containers that the dudes with the guns are standing on. Seems pretty straightforward, right? And then you see the little dudes ragdolling away. I love it. All right, so let's pull this container off as well. See those guys? Oh shoot, Dom, what are you stopping for, mate? All right, okay. So as we move forward, you're gonna see that this train is, well, it's pretty well armed. All right, so now what we're gonna have to do is we're going back to one of my favorite vehicles, the router mobile. But it looks silly but it allows us to hack them, right? So, hey, you've got giant, you know, computerized miniguns? Cool. Well, I'm just gonna hack them. And, ooh, it's very difficult to hack and drive. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you're not supposed to text and drive, like, how are you supposed to hack and drive? Let's be honest about it. Oh, look, bad guys with guns. All right, don't run into the train. That's a bad idea. Oh, that's the Interpol agents. Sorry. Now, if you've watched the movies, you'll notice that there's one thing that always has to happen in a Fast and Furious movie, so it's definitely gonna have to happen in the game. There's gotta be some epic jumps, right? Where you jump from a moving vehicle onto another moving vehicle. And that's exactly what Letty's doing right here. The miniguns are opening up right now. Oh, dang. Letty just got wrecked. So what I have to do is pull up so that I can do the jump as well. I mean, it's just like, it's canon. It is Fast and Furious. Like, outside of like fast and amazing cars, jumping from vehicle to vehicle, it's just part of it, baby. So we've lost 2 vehicles now, and now I gotta use this rocket-armed shaggin' wagon. So I can fire these seeking missiles, but I have to time it right, which seems to be pretty simple enough. Like, after I've mastered it the first couple times, I wasn't too good at it. Prepare for the incoming attack. Oh, hey, can I aim backward? Yes, I can, and it's amazing. And a nice little shoulder bump, because honestly, I love just destroying cars by bumping them a little bit more than using these rockets. It's just far more satisfying. Look at that. Oh, sorry there. And then the Interpol agents back there, they're not really doing a whole lot. Prepare for incoming attack, Tavarish. So this is what we've been chasing for quite a while. It's called the Eclipse, but it seems to be taking out, like, I can no longer fire my rockets. Let's go ahead and switch vehicles real quick. Yeah. We're able to drive our cars, but we can't use any of our special abilities. Take down the enemies. And there they are again. The Tadakul. I wish I could hit them into that rock. Oh, that was a good one. Takedown. Beautiful. Now we just gotta get this guy who's bumping and grinding us in front of us. Another beautiful takedown. I want to see one of them, like, spill into the train. And I know they're talking, but, like, let's be honest here. I'm telling you my tactics, and to me, that's more important. Dumb! Stop trying to drive me into the rocks, buddy! Alright, so we gotta follow them on the train, but if we get too close, we get lit up by those autocannons. There's always time for a nice little jump. Woo! Ooh! Barely cleave that. Dom's under the gun depression. That's a pretty smart idea. So now we gotta pick him up, so guess what? You jump onto big, fast-moving vehicle, you're gonna have to come off. So this is the tricky part in my experience. I have to get in front of this. Like, this just seems like a bad idea. But, hey, man. Okay, jump! But we pulled it off. We've escaped. The great train heist is essentially what we did. We stole the Eclipse device.
You let him get away!
Look, I get it. You want to avenge your friend. I know how hard it is, but the device...
Oh, man. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again, though. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. All right, Dom, give me the one-liner. Give me it. I knew it! I knew I could count on you, Dom. So once again, thank you Bandai Namco Entertainment America and Universal Studios Licensing for sponsoring the video. Guys, if you'd like to see more, let me know. Pull the trigger on that like button, and remember, check out the link in the video description below to find out more about Fast and Furious Crossroads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.